Meanwhile, for the first time in Colombia's history, the son of a president has been arrested by authorities. Let's find out why with Deivid Lira.
Over the weekend, Nicolas Petro, the son of President Gustavo Petro, has been arrested by authorities along with his ex-wife Deivid del Carmen Vasquez as part of a probe. The prosecutor's office said in a statement that the pair were taken into custody on orders of a court in Bogota about 6 a.m. local time on Saturday. This comes as a part of a high-profile money laundering investigation into funds Nicolas allegedly collected from convicted drug traffickers during last year's presidential campaign. To recall, the 33-year-old presidential son was placed under investigation by the Fiscalia in early March over the accusations. President Gustavo Petro and prosecutor Francisco Barbosa are known to have had several public fights in the last year, and in recent weeks, Nicolas raised the concern that this could affect the investigation for illicit enrichment. However, reports say that in this court case, the president has promised respect for the investigation, despite the fact that it affects him personally. It can be recalled that younger Petro participated in his father's presidential campaign in 2018 and was a key player in the 2022 campaign. In a post on social media platform X, formerly known as Twitter, the president said, "As a person and a father, so much self-destruction hurts me a lot, and the fact that one of my sons goes to jail." He also added, "I wish my son luck and strength. May this event forge your character, and may you reflect on your own mistakes." So far, there have not yet been any recent statements released from Nicolas' side following the arrest. However, it can be remembered the president's son had early denied the claims and welcomed the inquiry when it was launched early this year. This is Deivid Lira reporting SM9 News.
Following the coup that happened in Niger last week, supporters gathered on the street in front of the French embassy to express their anger and show their support to the military as well as Russia and its president Vladimir Putin. Carlo de la Peña reports.
Thousands of demonstrators in Niamey gathered in front of the French embassy to show their discontent that France and the European Union have decided to cut off their financial assistance to Niger. They were heard shouting support for Niger's junta leader, General Abdurrahmani Tiani, and Russian President Vladimir Putin, although the Kremlin itself has called for the release of Niger's democratically elected president, Mohamed Bazoum. Reports say the coup supporters burned the flag of France in front of the embassy. Demonstrators were also seen throwing back tear gas at the building as columns of smoke rise in the surroundings. Pro-coup protesters said they want to send a message to those who were against the military takeover, including the United Nations, African Union, and Economic Community of West African States, or ECOWAS.
Nous envoyons ce message à l'ONU, à l'unité africaine, à la CEDEAO, à tous ceux qui pensent que le Niger est dans une situation illégale aujourd'hui, qu'ils sachent que c'est aujourd'hui que le Niger est dans son droit. Parce que regardez tout ce beau monde-là qui est sorti. Si on leur demande de sortir hier pour manifester leur liberté, ils ne pourront pas le faire. Parce qu'aujourd'hui, il suffit de dire la vérité. Tu seras éprouvé en prison. Personnellement, je l'ai fait. Et aujourd'hui, j'ai eu la liberté de m'exprimer, de parler au peuple nigérien tout entier et de dire qu'aujourd'hui, nous sommes libres. L'Union africaine, l'ONU, la CEDEAO, l'IA doivent comprendre que le peuple du Niger a été détruit durant ces 13 ans. Et aujourd'hui, nous sommes en train de nous sommes réveillés par le CNLP que nous remercions infiniment. Je transmets par...
In response to the coup in the African country, French President Emmanuel Macron declared that France would react promptly to any aggression against French interests in Niger. UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres expressed condemnation towards the military takeover, urging for Bazoum's immediate and unconditional release and calling on all parties to exercise restraint. West African nations implemented economic and travel sanctions against Niger's newly appointed military leaders. They used a stern ultimatum, vowing to resort to force if the deposed President Mohamed Bazoum is not reinstated within a week.
La CEDEAO a dit que si les militaires d'ici 15 jours le président Tchani n'a pas relâché Bazoum, ils vont intervenir. Nous, les anciens combattants du Niger, nous sommes prêts. On va se donner. Nous allons intervenir aussi, nous allons les aider, effectivement, pour protéger le pays. Mais même pas la CEDEAO, toute l'Afrique, s'ils peuvent, ils n'ont qu'à préparer leurs militaires. Ils vont venir ici au Niger. Nous aussi, on va les attaquer. Nous sommes prêts à mourir pour notre pays. Nous sommes prêts, même demain. Nous sommes des anciens combattants, nous sommes prêts à intervenir, à les aider. Parce que ce sont nos frères militaires, ce sont nos frères, ce sont des combattants comme nous.
After attempting to set the embassy on fire and ransack it, the embassy security responded by firing tear gas to disperse the crowd without further escalation. While the attackers were attacking the doors, high-ranking generals of the Niger army arrived at the scene to intervene and disperse them. It can be remembered that Bazoum had previously reached an agreement with France in 2022, which allows them to deploy their troops from Mali, their neighboring country to the west, to assist his government. Meanwhile, Russian paramilitary group Wagner's boss, Yevgeny Prigozhin, has hailed the coup. A voice message on Telegram channels associated with Wagner, which they said was Prigozhin, said that the paramilitary did not claim involvement in the Niger coup, but described the event as a long overdue liberation from Western colonizers. He also offered the services of his fighters.
Поэтому то, что произошло в Нигере, это не что иное, как борьба народа Нигера с колонизаторами, которые пытаются навязывать им свои правила жизни, свои условия и держать их в состоянии, которое было в Африке сотни лет назад. И сегодня это фактически обретение независимости. Все остальное, безусловно, зависит от самих граждан Нигера и зависит от того, насколько эффективно будет осуществляться управление. Но самое главное одно – это избавление от колонизаторов.
Reporting, this has been Carlo de la Peña, SMNI News.